And at one point, Maryvale was growing so fast that John F. Long was selling 125 new homes per week. The building boom was on. Hi, I'm Regina Best, Phoenix native and Phoenix history enthusiast. Let's talk about Phoenix in the mid-20th century. Phoenix grew in the 1950s both in population and size. One of the first factors was the military personnel that were training at our air bases during World War II. There was a big influx of population due to the military coming onto our air bases. At the onset of the war, our Senator Carl Hayden convinced the War Department that all the open vacant land around the city of Phoenix would be excellent locations for air training facilities. And that brought scientists and engineers and other technology professionals to the valley.
By 1963, the electronics and manufacturing industries brought in $435 million a year, and agriculture, for the first time ever, was surpassed as a major source of revenue. These new residents of Phoenix faced the same challenges of living in the heat of the desert as the locals did. Prior to air conditioning, people survived the desert heat by sleeping outside, soaking bed sheets in water, and generally praying for a breeze.
Another factor was the advent of affordable air conditioning. People got used to air conditioning in movie theaters and hotels and retail businesses, and it was becoming affordable to get in their homes, making it more attractive to live in this hot, dry climate. Well, with all the people moving to Phoenix in the 1950s, they all needed places to live, and so the building boom was on. Some of our most significant developers were Del Webb. He developed Sun City, which was the first self-contained retirement community in the state. When he opened his model homes in January of 1960, they were expecting 10,000 visitors that first weekend, and they had 100,000 visitors. A couple of other major builders of the era, John Hall, Hallcraft Homes, Ralph Staggs, Staggs Built Homes. Staggs built 14,000 homes in Phoenix between 49 and 73. But probably the most notable builder of the era was John F. Long, the developer of Maryvale, our state's first planned community. It was named after his wife Mary, on land that was given to them by her farming family, the Talmashoffs. Tourism increased dramatically in Phoenix mid-century. Airline travel was increasing, Union Station had daily train travel, the Greyhound bus depot downtown was busy, and of course Americans were traveling by car. We got our first freeway in Phoenix in 1950. The Black Canyon Freeway, or the I-17, opened. But in those days, the road to Phoenix, as it was called, was Van Buren Street.
Throughout the 60s, Van Buren was referred to as Motel Alley. Over 100 motels, hotels, motor courts, and motor inns lined both sides of the street.
In 1958, 3 million tourists visited the state of Arizona, and by the end of the 1950s, Arizona saw $125 million a year in revenue from tourism. By the mid-century, air travel had increased so much that Sky Harbor opened Terminal 1 in 1952 to accommodate all the travelers. It was built for $835,000, and it was considered state-of-the-art for an airport terminal in its day.
By the end of the 1950s, Terminal 1 could no longer accommodate all of the passengers traveling through Sky Harbor. And so, in 1962, Terminal 2 opened. The same year, the airport's annual traffic topped 1 million passengers for the first time.
Terminal 2 was iconic in that it was known for its rooftop viewing platform, but it was also known for the beautiful Phoenix bird mural that graced the walls in the waiting area of Terminal 2, painted by artist Paul Coates. The terminal is gone now, but you can still see the beautiful Phoenix bird on display at the Car Rental Return Building to the west of Sky Harbor Airport.
As Sky Harbor continues to be one of the busiest airports in the world, and the city of Phoenix one of the most visited, the 1950s can be seen as the era of the rise of modern Phoenix.
And that's how the mid-20th century left its stamp on Phoenix. How will you?